Pioneer Lodge. It is being controlled. The blood of technology flows in its veins. Sir, your insurance premiums for the month. That's a lot. I mean, I just paid a few days ago. Then we can only cover your prescription drug costs for the rest of the month. And the policy means you'll need to get a physical at the designated healthcare facility before the first of the month. They still haven't given me my loan. I've been trying. Damn it. If they just take my parents' deli as collateral, we'd be fine. Sir, the payment is due tomorrow. If you can't pay your premiums on time, then you definitely can't afford follow-up treatment, considering your health and social issues around it. Your only option would be to move into an infected treatment zone next month. Infected treatment zone? Yes. Don't worry. You enjoy even deeper discounts on healthcare there. No. I don't wanna. Going in there. That's a dead end. My life would be over. Sir? Mr. Sunny? Are you feeling alright? I heard how hard you were breathing. It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. I came in here with Dr. Silence, and your men checked us over. We're not carrying any dangerous weapons. Sorry. I just, force a habit. No need to apologize. I understand. It's always hard when the darkness creeps in. Could you come a little closer? Body heat makes things much warmer. You won't go numb this way, even if you've got to sleep. Where's the others? Dr. Silence's medical drone installation has an emergency power source. She's inside the building right now giving Talopsis a health checkup, and Miss Elena's with them too. Sam's... He's followed your plan. He got all the pioneers in poor health together in there. On it. Let me ask you a favor. Don't tell Sam or anyone how I just, I understand. You're their leader. If they thought your strength wasn't holding up at such a key moment, you could lose control of the Pioneer team. I'm not trying to say your team isn't united enough, but the darkness usually has a way of pushing on variables. You've got a mile of experience. I'm a Bolivarian. Blackouts are pretty common back in the city I'm from. Bolivar. There's a war there. We never had a easy guess for where the fires of war would stall out back home. Must have been hard for you. Getting yourself out of there, I mean. It was all thanks to my colleagues. The way I see it, you and your Pioneer team are even more amazing. Me? Amazing? Why are you laughing? So the stupid company ads made it all the way down to Boulevard. No, I don't mean like that. No matter how you look at it, you got here by your own 2 feet. And the ones who came before you? The immigrants from Victoria, Gaul, and Boulevard. It's their footprints all together that lit up these wilds. You got your way with words. Eh? I'm just telling it like how it is. I'd always wanted to see what the famous Colombian frontier was like. Well, you disappointed? Might be more desolate than your hometown here. No, Mr. Sunny. I think I've learned a lot. For example, the way your power lines are designed really is economical and efficient, just as Mechanistic described. Officer, the vehicle's ready. Make sure you've got the right equipment. I saw them with handmade crossbows. Let it get a little darker, then send a few drones ahead to the Pioneer living quarters. Confirm the position of every hostage and bandit. We follow behind and look for a good opportunity to bust in. Then, what about the researcher Silence and that Rhodes Island operator? What are you going for here? I'm not sure which side they're on. Is that how you Raine labbers work? You've got to pick a side first no matter what you're doing. We just want to ensure all problems are resolved. That's what we do in defense, officer. And what I do is help people. Listen, I don't care what you guys want to do. My advice is to make sure you don't get in the way of my job either. So you're saying it's Rhodes Islanders who saved you? Rhodes Island didn't just save my life in the accident. They gave me the chance to continue my education. I'm where I am today, all because Rhodes Island changed my life. What a nice company. Any other time and place, I would have thought you were running a recruitment drive. Mr. Sonny, if you do have an interest, you can absolutely send your CV to Rhodes Island. Me, a pioneer, and looking like a kidnapper now, handing my CV to a company as fine as you're talking about? Pretty funny joke there. Humble yourself all you want, but I can still tell how much potential you got as an engineer. Not to mention your 3 ladies in there. They're all infected. And they still got hired by Raine Lab? Do you know how tough that is? Yeah. They definitely are outstanding. No. Not just outstanding. They're 1 in a million. Top of their fields. You got so many infected each year, and only the tiniest number of talents ever get pardoned. But Rhodes Island... Yeah, Mr. Gray, you want to tell me? Rhodes Island never gives terms that harsh when it saves people. Even if I was willing to believe you. Believe your special kind of faith in the company that saved your life. Believe it was ready to go against its own nature. Its self-interest. And treating uninfected fair and square. You still can't tell me you're not lucky to be one of the chosen ones. And the saps left over? They get round up to sit and wait until they drown in the mud. Their only other chance is to try taking a few steps, face up to a bigger danger, and go looking for the tiniest place where just for a moment they can rest their feet. Them and me, we're all in the same boat. No soul to save us. Can't even save ourselves. Olivia, do you really think this is going to help? Joyce's brain activity indicators have stabilized somewhat. I've administered some intravenous nervous depressants. That used to be a routine treatment method. The effect isn't especially ideal in this case, but could her attack have had some other trigger? Isn't she still in serious danger either way? Yes. As long as we can't treat the cause. She needs a better care environment. That's great. But I'm not even asking about Joyce's condition. You let Gray and the Pioneer Leader go on patrol together. That wasn't my decision. It was Gray's own idea. You're the captain. I haven't spent as much time on the Rhodes land ship as you have. But I know how the company works, Olivia. I'm not trying to criticize you. But if Gray runs into trouble... I don't know if you heard that, but you didn't hear that. Or we're held up treating Joyce. You won't forgive yourself. Do you believe Sonny would more easily trust Gray or us? Is there a difference? I recall you were unfortunate enough to catch Dorothy in a testing accident at Raine headquarters. Yes. Did it cross your mind at the time that you might never be able to do research again? Of course it did. But the boss, Ferdinand sent a new contract right out, extending the 3 years to 10, and giving me a 30% raise. You were Employee of the Year, Yeah, not much of a consolation prize, right? I mean, all the time I was getting treated at Rhodes Island, I ended up writing to direct the 3 entire conference papers. I understand your perspective. I'm more or less the same. I'm far less purely optimistic than you. I've worried about the future, and following from that, I was thankful to Parvis and Raine Lab. For a time. But I've never doubted my own abilities, nor what they could do for Raine Lab in return. For us, Eurypathy is a challenge to overcome, and it's not going to gnaw our entire lives away. And that's why Gray can do what we can't. Mr. Sonny, I'd like to point out there's a kind of contradiction in what you're saying. For real? You say that the pioneers risk it all in search for the next place to rest their feet. So how do you know we're not about to come across a way out? Sir, the building. The power's back. What the hell? Wait. You son of a gun. That's what you were doing the whole time you were talking to me? Mr. Sonny, if I hadn't run into the darkness back then, I wouldn't ever have met the Rose Islanders who came before me, carrying the light. Trust me, sometimes taking one more step really does mean something. Even if I'm already standing on the brink, even if you've already jumped off, we've seen you reaching out your hand. You're crying out to us for help. So we'll do everything we can to catch you. No matter what you've been through, it's far from time to give up yet. We've got power. Did Gray do it? That's a relief. Joyce is showing a reaction to the light. Trust you to be so focused, even now. Ladies? Why are you back alone? Where's Gray? This is the only place with power right now. He's making for the other quarters. You don't trust me, do you? Stay back! I mean, she has every right to not trust you, buddy. Elena? Olivia, you said he wouldn't trust us, but I have even less grounds to trust him. He tricked me and Joyce into coming here, and I've kept quiet on this the whole time. I saw more of them surrounding the labs. All of those pioneers are armed. It's not what you think. What do I think, huh? You said you didn't want to do anyone dirty. You mean you forgot how Dorothy's been treating you all? You're going to hurt you for your own selfish ends. Is that... Did you pull an alarm? I've been planning to for a long time. I'm sure the police and my defense colleagues are already on the way. They won't need any drones to pin our position now. Much thanks to Gray for this. So that's why he got the power back on. Don't project your own gloomy mind on him. Gray really does want to help you. Just like Dorothy and Joyce do. Out of respect for them, I'll consider letting you off the hook. Sir, whatever plans you had before, give them up before it's too late. Are the drones out? Not yet. Our people are waiting for your order. Then tell me, what the hell is that thing shining above the site? So close. It'll all be good soon. That's some goddamn beautiful lot. Is it? Thank you. Got me feeling thought out some even, working with you here. Just that bit left in front now, right? We'll show those megacorpers. Cut whatever you want to us. We won't take a sitting down. Not while we've got our own 2 hands to get things done. Wait, something's wrong. Hold on a second. What is it? Don't go any further. That light isn't my arts. Dark silence. I'd like to ask just one more time. Are you really willing to trust a pioneer? I'm a doctor and a researcher. I'm like my colleagues, in that I trust the truth. What's the deal outside? What are they all running for? Did you? No, not on my orders. Get away from me, you bastard! Shit. The police are probably here to rescue us. No, stay in here. What the hell is wrong with you now? My guess is that thing's come again. What thing? Well, the truth I wanted to tell you about. Elena, keep away from the door. Sir, gotta watch out. Has he been hurt, or is he having an attack? Stay away from him. Your teammate is clearly in need of assistance. Watch what's behind them. An irregularly shaped object hangs in the air. Its surface is exceptionally glossy, issuing gentle silver rays all about, and it hovers faintly up and down at this moment, as if following some sort of breathing pattern. After rising up behind the pioneer, about 3 seconds pass before it hangs in the air. Then immediately, it slowly rotates its own body, as if curiously assessing every human at the scene. It's... Run! I have to admit, I wasn't expecting that. Neither was I. Rest assured, I have no intention of going back to prison either. Then that makes up cleaning up the scene of the crime here a lot easier. After all, I'm a mechanist. It won't take much time to pull a machine apart. But I'm wondering, how'd you know it was empty inside? I've sparred with this power suit a few times before. You've been hunted by them too? In a sense. Could it be the other way around, honestly? They're showing up here. That goes to show someone really doesn't want us tracking Mules's whereabouts. Who's that someone going to be? There are many possibilities. I don't contact Mules much. I know that she was participating in some Raine lab-headed secret experiment before she disappeared. Considering I left Raine long ago, her divulging as much to me already violated her NDA. Does Raine Defense dispatch cutting-edge weapons to eliminate info-leaking employees? Got it. That's non-disclosure too. Rhodes Island sure is a friendly enterprise, isn't it, Dr. Raine? Rhodes Island isn't just an enterprise. Mules is an ordinary Raine Lab employee. If they can drive her to the edge, their professionalism has to be on par with mine. This model of power armor was made a showing in certain mercenary groups about half a year ago. Neither its defensive material nor its equipped weaponry are outstanding. All in all, it's comparable to military manufactured power armor from 5 years ago. Save for one very notable point, it doesn't demand anything from its user. Anything? How low do requirements go? Any being whose psychological parameters can maintain a standard exercise state satisfies the requirements. I can, you can, and the doctor can. Yeah, that's low. Only crack troops used to be able to wear power armor. Picture controlling that giant contraption for extended periods of fighting, not drowning in your own vomit in the process. It genuinely wasn't something anyone could do without training. Ask Nar, she'll tell you. She says she wore it one time ever, and it made her want to quit the military right then and there. I imagine these intervening years have been enough for them to iterate the technology a couple dozen times over. And there's no shortage of vets among the mercenaries. But for anyone to wear it, that's an invention that might change how whole wars are fought. Similar power armors are only out there in extremely low numbers, which makes it obvious this tech is only in its prototype phase. I'm on the trail of its source right now. Getting leads isn't a cakewalk, as with so many other experimental weapons. That power armor is extremely advanced tech, right? The mercs may not be clients. In the eyes of the people who order this stuff, mercenaries in these latest power suits are interchangeable. It's only experimental. The edge projected from nomadic cities is often the boundary where the rules of civilization no longer apply. The mercenaries active in the barrens, same as the pioneers, are the most convenient test subjects. Even if an experiment fails and they're disposed of, hardly anyone is going to pursue their whereabouts. And soon enough, the next batch of test subjects gets funneled in. Don't any of them fight it? No point in fighting it. The mercenaries are fully aware the new weapons in their hands could explode. But they could also be stronger than whatever their opponents are wielding. Legally, these mutually consenting deals are on the verge of compliance. Mr. Mechanist, have you discovered anything new? Something feels off. Something's felt off from the very beginning. Nobody in the power armor. I cannot tell that at a glance. The mercs could be remote controlling it from a distance. Or maybe they set it up with some automated programming. But no matter what, there'd be distinct patterns in its behavior. Just like Closure's drones. Obviously, they're not that flexible. Even the highest grade of automation out of the newest crop of Rhodes Island's R&D weaponry wouldn't escape my eyes. You want me to believe that a bunch of dumb army-funded mechanists could pull it off? What are you doing? Severing the power armor's central nerves. There's something dripping out of these tubes. A silver liquid. What is this substance? Maybe it's the answer to your question. Did we get away? I haven't run this fast in a long time. What exactly was? It followed us? Get down! This isn't the same one as before. There are at least 10. Even more, actually. They've surrounded the living quarters. They're multiplying. Multiplying? Have you seen those things before? Explain. Dr. Urbica, shouldn't you be the one explaining? What the ever-loving hell do you mean? Move. This thing's too fast. I don't want to imagine what happens if it touches you. Do you think we should head back inside? Better we don't. Why? That's the building we were in. Under an invisible, massively powerful attack, the pioneer's hut violently sways, the flimsy windows and doors shattering in quick succession. At practically the same time, the peculiar objects that were hanging in the air before fly straight at the room. Silver liquid oozes through the cracks in every frame at lightning speed, just as a minute creature would smell blood and dig fearlessly into its prey's wounds. But in the next instant, something that defies all comprehension, including the scientists, decides to take place. Did that building just disappear? No, it didn't disappear. It was disintegrated. What? Do you see those things floating in the air? You're trying to tell me that used to be part of the building? I fear that may be the entire building. Just as her voice falls silent, the fragments frozen in midair come falling down one after another. Cacophony, dust, detritus everywhere, just like the restarting of a clock stopped by force, and everything that existed by all rights returns. Did I get hit by some kind of mind control arts? I mean, if not, then everything I just saw somehow violated every law of physics I know. It's the work of those silver liquids. They dispersed into innumerable minute individuals, dismantled and lifted away what was a section of that room, and then reassembled it. Like, were there dozens of invisible hands? Sounds like you ladies are talking about ghosts. Wait, Telopsis. Shit, Joyce was just in that room. Don't tell me she got... Myers, you made it out too? Sir, I got Doc Moore out of there. Joyce. Thank God she's okay. Are you okay? His wounds aren't severe, but his endurance has been overtaxed. He urgently needs rest. Well, thank God he's alright. We can't hang around this place. None of the Pioneer quarters are safe anymore. Did you see that? I don't know what you're referring to. Knock it off. I know you're not that dumb. Did you not feel that tremor just now? Were those floating things some new model of drone or something? You rhinos developed those yourself? Damn it! I can only tell you that we did not take any action against the site on your orders. Who was your boss again? Ferdinand? Mr. Ferdinand Clooney is the director of Raine Labs' energy section. I don't care how your company's structured. Give me your comm. I want to talk to him. Director Clooney is extremely busy. Then I'm going to need you to pass along a message. Ask him if he knows what a bastard he is. Feisty. Director, you have a message sent from observation at the site. Well, well. Also, your son appears to need you for something. Should I put him through? Same play. Tell him I'm busy. Right. Send the contents of Elena's most recent report to my terminal. On it, Director. How many times have I told you? Don't call me Director. Ah, sorry. Mr. Clooney. Speaking of Elena, I guess you get along well with her. Brainstorm for me. What kind of present would she like? Olivia. I'm sorry. Treating the wounded pioneers has me occupied. Are you hurt? I'm fine. I don't have field expertise like you do, but I can take care of myself at least. Even then, shouldn't we be evacuating ASAP? The whole site's in chaos. The pioneers are busy with themselves. We've got a good opportunity to escape. I'm positive the director got my message. He'll send people to fetch us. Once we meet back up with our colleagues at Defense, we'll be in a perfect position to wipe out the threat onto the site and save Dorothy. Maybe you're right. Maybe? But I can't do it. It's not in my power to leave these people for dead. Just now, they couldn't do it. Leave Joyce for dead. You saw. Doc Silence, we still got a few casualties here. Drone, we're not gonna last much longer if they keep this up. I've tried every way to attack it. No dice. Those freaks don't hurt. They're impossible to break. But even got nowhere to hide. Sir, why are you telling them all this? They could be getting off on it. These things above our heads are all mystery weapons sent out by the Fuzz and the Megacorp. They want us trapped in this test site forever. Sam, lay off that for now. Everyone, I've got an idea. Gray, do you have some kind of proposal? Take your time. You were running too fast. Be careful not to bruise yourself. I've noticed these objects seem to chase after light. And human voices. Watch. They're following your art's light ball away into the air. It's only temporary. My arts aren't able to trick them for long. You've done all you can, and very well at that. Phototaxis, you've brought up an interesting line of thought. Gray, can you assist in evacuating nearby pioneers? They trust you. Move them somewhere dark, and tell them they need to keep quiet. Sure, I know what to do. I've done work like this plenty of times with the senior operators. Dr. Silence, you and Miss Elena take care too. What about us then? Make some signs of movement. The larger the better. It has to cover the sounds of others' footsteps at minimum. On it. Sam, call 5 or 6 guys over if you can. Take whatever gear makes the most noise. Are you seriously going along with them? You got a better idea? Whatever you say, boss. Drive his silver body to our location. So we act as bait. And then what? For now, stall as long as we can. And then come to the laboratories. That voice. Dorothy? Yes, it's me. Dorothy. I did a quick rig on the laboratory PAs. I hope I didn't scare you. Are you alright? I'm completely safe. You don't need to worry about me. The laboratory buildings are sturdier, and they will help you resist the threat. Everyone, be you Pioneer Team friends or Raine coworkers, the laboratory's doors are open to you. Why is she so friendly? I don't know. Isn't she the one making these wacky ass robots? Just saying.